Hello and welcome to another predictions video. So I did one of these long ago. It was like the beginning of last season, so long ago, and it's just the predictions for the upcoming match week. I figured end of the week, beginning of the weekend, might as well film a video, just my Premier League predictions. And just quick disclaimer about this series. So first of all, well, it's not my idea. I mean, other people do this. I figured I would just say that. I mean, like, the likes like Thogman, even Spencer FC, Masterbox do videos like these. And also, this isn't necessarily going to be a regular thing. If I can, I'm going to try to film them as much as I can. But what I'm trying to say is, like, don't expect them, like, every single week. So, let's just get right into the video. So, the first game, Watford v Spurs. So, I had Spurs winning 1-0. I mean, they're at Vicarage Road. I know Watford have kind of been in the bottom of the Premier League all year, but they're actually on quite good form recently. I mean, Spurs just lost to Liverpool, but I think they had pockets of kind of playing well in that game. So, I mean, I really do rate them. They've kind of changed under Jose Mourinho, just brought in Fernandez from Benfica, and I mean, they got Jeffet Nganga, I think his name is. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But yeah, I think they're kind of improving, pumping a lot of youth into the system, which is good to see. But with that being said, I think Watford are still going to put up a fight. The reverse fixture wasn't ideal, and they're in Watford, so I think 1-0 to Spurs. Brighton Villa in the Amex. This is actually a tough game. I mean, Villa have kind of been up and down all season. I said this in a couple videos ago. And honestly, they are a good squad, though. Brighton, you look on paper, and they're not such a great squad, but I think Graham Potter's done quite a bit, bringing a couple more players, again, pumping in youth, and I think they will put up a good fight. They're in their own stadium, but I think Villa are just going to be a bit too overwhelming. 2-1 for me. City Palace. This was a kind of tight choice. City have been up and down this season. Palace have kind of been, I don't know, they've kind of, like, they've beat United, they put up good performances, but then they can kind of disappoint. I think City, just their squad, just their very dominant squad, should get over Roy Hodgson's Crystal Palace. 2-0 for me. West Ham Everton. This was a tough one. Neither of them have great form, and they're kind of been having disappointing seasons. I think it'll be a close game. I mean, West Ham have been pretty disappointing. They are in their own stadium, in the London Stadium. That can be pretty overwhelming for their opponent. Everton aren't the greatest. I think it's not going to be an amazing game. 1-1, if not, maybe 0-0. I'm not sure. And also, back to this game, I wouldn't really be that surprised if Palace pull a goal back. Just want to add that. So, Arsenal Sheffield United. This was another tough one. The score I threw down, that's kind of, I don't know if that'll stay. I don't know if that's definite. I mean, all these predictions are really just, I mean, they're educated guesses, but they're just guesses, ultimately. Arsenal have not been in good form. Sheffield United have. They've kind of been going a little bit out of form, but I think Chris Wilder really is doing bits, and I almost put Sheffield United winning, but I also think on the flip side, Mikel Arteta is doing pretty well at Arsenal. It's at the Emirates, but I don't think that's necessarily always a good thing for Arsenal. And I don't know, I just feel like it could honestly go either way, with Sheffield United being transformed under Wilder, and of course Arsenal under Arteta, and you look at both their forms. Honestly, if Sheffield United win by a goal, I wouldn't be too surprised if Arsenal win by a goal. So I put down 2-2. I think it'll be a reasonably high scoring draw, but I also wouldn't be surprised if I see 1-1, or if I see either side win by a goal, because honestly, anything goes at this point. Norwich Bournemouth, another tough one. In this case, neither of them are in great form. Bournemouth just, I mean, they've kind of had a pretty disappointing season. Norwich as well. Neither of them have had a win their past 5 matches, I don't think. Norwich just came off a pretty bad loss to United, and Bournemouth just came off of a 3-0 loss to Watford, actually. And that hurts. So, they're at Carrow Road, usually pretty good atmosphere there. I can't see Norwich winning. I can't see Norwich losing. If they do win, I don't think it'll be they'll go on barnstorming. Same with Bournemouth, I think Norwich would be more likely to win, but I'm just gonna say it as a draw because I think that's more likely to happen. Southampton and Wolves. Funnily enough, this was another tough one. There's a lot of tough ones. There always are. Wolves have been in reasonably good form all season. They upset City and stuff, but they haven't like had a really good run of form that like just crashed down. I think they've been consistent. You gotta give it to them. Southampton, they just beat Leicester. All of a sudden, they're like really good. In my halfway reactions video, I said that Southampton, it might be a matter of time till they go down, and I'm still kind of a believer in that. So I feel like, I mean, they're at St. Mary's, that should help them a little, but I feel like it's just not going to be enough. Wolves are a really strong side. Still going to be a close game, still going to be a high-scoring game. Danny Ings is on fire right now. Wolves have a really powerful attack, 3-2. Chelsea-Newcastle. This was tough. Chelsea has beat Burnley, so they're on reasonably good form. Newcastle have been doing pretty well under Steve Bruce. They have a good, or really organized, good team. They're playing good football. Good players, good attack. Kind of not really any holes in the team. Pretty consistent. I just feel like Chelsea are just gonna go the extra mile. I mean, Chelsea this season have they've shocked you at times, good and for the bad. And I just feel like sometimes they might not be able to put in as much as they might want to. They still have a young side, so sometimes it's kind of like risky move a little, but I feel like they're doing pretty well. I just think safe, 1 goal will be good. Burnley-Leicester. So Burnley just had a tough loss to Chelsea, and Leicester's had a loss to Southampton. Like I said in my halfway predictions video, I feel like Leicester is slowly diminishing. I mean, I feel like it's really only a matter of time until they're in the title race. Until they're out of the title race. Sorry, Leicester fans, but I just feel like that's true. But their squad hasn't changed. They're still a really strong squad. Madison pumping up Vardy, really strong. Burnley, I just think they're going to get too overwhelmed. They're at home, but so much you can do. 2-0 Leicester. And finally, the feature of the weekend. The game I've been looking forward for weeks and weeks and weeks. The Northwest derby, Liverpool versus Man United. Possibly the biggest rivalry ever in football. And, okay, now let's actually talk about the team. So, Liverpool. So, they just beat Spurs, 1-0. Pretty solid win. I feel like in that game, there's a lot of takeaways from that game. They played pockets of really good football, really utilizing their whole team, the fullbacks up to the forwards, midfield controlling everything, nice and good. And I just feel like their game against Spurs, the entire game was a little inconsistent. They could be doing some of the best counterattacks, but then kind of like getting counterattacked themselves, to quote the FIFA commentators. In minutes later, United just had a good win against Norwich, but the thing is, Rashford, they're not going to have Rashford. They're at Anfield. Anfield has been a fortress. Liverpool are unbeaten for a year in the league, over a calendar year. I just feel like Liverpool are just going to put on too much to them in front of their own fans. They're United, I mean, the United squad, with the United squad now, you really don't have any room for error. Especially a player as good as Rashford, it just really does not help to lose a player like them when this is the squad you have. There's only so many players you have that are good to compete against teams like this, so I feel like the Rashford injury was very inconveniently timed. And I just think Liverpool, they're on really good form, best in the league. They're just gonna have way too much for United. And I know last time it was a 1-1 draw, but it's like they were at Old Trafford. It was just the beginning of the season. They were still kind of getting started a little. It was in October, I think, and it just happened after an international break, which isn't always great for Liverpool. But I just think Liverpool, I'm actually pretty confident about this one. 2-0. I mean, if it's a 1-goal game, I wouldn't be too surprised. But I mean, it's still gonna be a close game. It's Liverpool, Man United. Before the last game, Robertson said something about like it doesn't matter that we're unbeaten and they're struggling. It's still Liverpool United, and I wholeheartedly agree. Just like the past and even building up to the future of the derby, it's just been so overwhelming, especially Anfield and Old Trafford. It's just anything can really happen, but I still think Liverpool will get the 3 points. So yeah, if you like that video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, because I have more content like this, FIFA content too, and even art content. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.